Metro Exodus was released back in 2019 as the third installment of the Metro series. Exodus is an open-world, post-apocalyptic survival shooter, which has stunning visuals as well as a rich story which you're going to really want to take your time to enjoy. It's now been 3 years since its launch, and let's see if Metro Exodus is still worth buying. Exodus takes place 2 years after the events of Last Light, where you'll once again play as Artyom and flee from the Metro with your wife Anna and a band of Spartan Rangers, and search for a new life on the surface.
You're alright. You gave us a scare, brother.
Artyom! How are you, friend? I see you're alright.
Gentlemen, give way.
This calls for...
This game sets course over one whole in-game year, and you'll discover different environments as well as experience the different seasons as well as the day and night cycle. One of, if not the biggest selling point for this game has to be its incredible graphics. Metro Exodus looks great on all the platforms, with an enhanced version being available for people playing on PC. My playthrough was on PC, though I was using the normal version of the game on the lowest settings. Even so, the graphics were stunning with a surprising amount of detail. My PC specs will be in the description, and it's pretty obvious it isn't the best rig. Even so, it ran fairly well, averaging 40 to 70 FPS. The minimum required GPU is a GTX 670 or a AMD Radeon HD 7870, which are fairly low for how good the graphics are. In Metro Exodus, you can only play in first person, and the gameplay is a mix of survival, horror, as well as a bit of stealth. This is a story-rich game, so even though it is an FPS, it's not a guns-blazing, constant action type of game. It's more of a slow and enjoy the ride type of experience. With every area you discover, there will be enemies lurking, whether it's mutant creatures or other hostile survivors, as well as scraps and chemicals you can loot which can be used for crafting. Even though it is an open world game, it might be different from what you've imagined. So rather than one huge open world, there's a few large zones which you'll go through as you progress through the story. But once you move into a new zone, you can't go back to the previous ones, so you have to be sure to explore it all before you move on. And as you progress through these areas, you experience different weather conditions, a huge area to explore, as well as new friends and foes. Now the crafting and weapons. There are two different ways to craft, either using your backpack or a workbench. You can craft using your backpack at any time, but you can only find a workbench on the Aurora or at some safe spots. You can use your backpack to add attachments to your weapons, craft throwables, healables, and craft ammo for a special weapon. But you can craft a lot more on the workbench, such as ammo for all your weapons. You can clean your equipment, change your equipment, and a lot more. And in order to craft anything, you're going to need a lot of scraps and chemicals, which can be found around the map, but can also be looted from people you kill. I haven't used all the guns in the game, but for the ones I've used, they all felt pretty solid. Using a gun without any attachments is pretty bad, but as you add attachments, each one feels noticeably different and can change the feel of the weapon tremendously. For example, I had a revolver and I threw a few attachments on it as well as a sniper scope, and it's now better than an actual sniper with no attachments. Also, your weapon can get dirty the more you use it, and if you don't maintain your guns, they get jammed and weaker. So the customization of the weapons is a really cool part of the game, which was a great addition. Even though the game is good, it's not flawless. Some of the issues I had with the game were the characters' voices. The rest of the audio sounded amazing, but while listening to a character speak, if you look around, the voice gets really quiet, and listening to it got annoying at times.
I'll be of some use. They took the girl to the base, chief.
Also, the game is a little slow paced, which isn't an issue, but it might not be for everyone, depending on what you enjoy. So it's just a heads up, because it also requires your full attention. It isn't a type of game where you can watch something on the side or multitask while playing, because you're really going to have to pay attention to the story. And the final issue is that I wasn't able to tab out of the game or press the Windows key to open something up, which meant I couldn't even check Discord or open something while playing. You can find Metro Exodus around $37 on Steam depending where you live, but you can almost always find the game part of Steam's sales for around $12. You'll be getting 25 plus hours worth of content, and the game is really well made, so yes, the game is more than fair for its price and definitely worth it. So in conclusion, the game is still worth buying it right now in 2022 and is more than fair for its price, despite its little issues. I hope this video helped you decide whether or not you're going to be buying Metro Exodus, and thank you for watching.